Alright, Matthew and my other online guys, this is going to be a video about some of the special assistance that I do on when you read my training about auxiliary work. These are specialty movements that are going to help with conditioning and a little hypertrophy work, so to speak, and stability, prehab, rehab work. The big thing for you guys is stability in the bench, and then where you have the trouble in that deadlift or squat where that back wants to round a little bit, this conditioning is going to help us stay erect and upright. So some very simple movements. I have a plate loaded pull down here, so if you have a pin select, you know you'll be able to go a little bit heavier, but all we're doing here is I'll start with a straight arm pull down, and it's just exactly what it says. It's not heavy. You can clearly see I'm not struggling with the weight. The whole point is to go high reps, and this is part of an extra workout. I will typically do 3 sets of 15 with that weight. That's 50 pounds. It's not a big deal. But again, reps, extra work for those lats, and the lats can take the abuse. They need the abuse. Again, this is going to help with our bench stability. Then I'll follow that up with a face pull. Now, again, depending on if you're at a commercial setting, they'll have more pulleys, but none of these movements are about going heavy. Now, the thing that I do, depending on, with this machine, it's an old pull-down machine, but based on what you have, you want to lean back to where you're taking some of the weight. Pull at the elbows. Don't pull here. Pull at the elbows. I'll do to the chest, to the chin, then the bridge of the nose. Again, I'm really pulling at the elbows, trying to make that range of motion big, and then to the forehead. And I'll use a moderate weight for 3 sets of 15. Same deal. Alright, now I've got a Shrug machine. This is actually a deadlift machine, but it's much like the Shrug machine. If you have a barbell or dumbbells, cambered bar, whatever you feel comfortable with. Now there's 2 rules of thumb, but on the auxiliary day, you got about 140 pounds here, 20 reps, and it's just going as high as you can, pump, pump. We just want to pump blood into those traps. It's going to create growth, conditioning, help the connective tissue, it's going to help you recover. Now, on my heavy bench day and my decline day, I'll go up 270, 320 pounds. It's still a moderate movement. That's moderate weight movement. But what I'll do here on my bench day is I'll shrug it up, 1, 2, down, 1, 2, down. When you're under the duress of a max attempt, whether it be bench or like the pull, especially Matt today with your deadlifts, where you could feel those shoulders wanting to roll, we're strong enough and we're developing that static holding strength right here. You'll teach your body to hold that weight. Then another good one, I'll run back over here, is a shrug down. Developed this when I was working with Paul Kelso. And if you haven't read his book, the Kelso Shrug Method, I strongly urge you to get it. Paul is a brilliant, brilliant guy, lots of great ideas in there. But set up just like you're going to pull down, and what I'll do is I'll pull at the elbows. There's 2 movements. You're going to shrug it down, then you're going to pull the elbows in and really push that chest up. Get a squeeze, go back up. You're shrugging down, squeeze those elbows up, in, and push the chest up, excuse me. Elbows in, chest up. Get that static hold. Again, you're going to pull it down, squeeze those elbows in, and really push that chest up. So you're making those rhomboids in the upper part of the traps before you get to the top of the traps. You're making that scapula move. And what that teaches us is not only, again, developing static strength, which is something a lot of power lifters don't have any clue about. It's not talked about. You have to have holding strength for those max attempts, or your form goes to crap. And not only do we lose lifts that way, that's when injury occurs. And again, this is something you can go with a little heavier, but all these movements are about a moderate amount of weight and a higher amount of volume. And what we're doing here, all those reps doing that helps develop the connective tissue. It's prehab, rehab. You're pushing blood into tonic type muscles that are used to and designed to take a lot of abuse. And that blood flow is very healing. And by nature of staying active versus being still the whole time on your day off, you're being active and it's active recovery. So let me show you one more time. Setting up like a pull down. Pull and shrug down, elbows in, chest up, and squeeze for a 2 count. Back up. 3 sets of 8 to 12. You can go into a cable crossover. That's another great movement. You grab the handles, they're up high, step back where there's always tension, and again the same principle as opposed to overhead. Now we're going to shrug back, pull those elbows in, really push that chest up and squeeze those shoulder blades, make that scapula work. And again, 8 to 12 reps, moderate weight. It's a quick workout. You can superset some of it, or you can just simply take a minute rest between sets, and in 30 minutes you can have an auxiliary workout done. Give these a try. Let me know what you think. Holler with questions.